It has been a little bit of time in between my lives, how I normally go live for y'all. Um, I normally try to hit it at least 6 days a week, but that is if I can do so. Okay. But however, welcome to today's live. I'm Josie, and I'm the founder of Girl Plus Kingdom TV and Ministries. And I'm also the founder of The Crown Adjuster, where I help women to heal from the pain of their past so that they can attract kingdom kings, kingdom men. Okay. Um, I recognize that a lot of times the reason why we're not attracting the right one or the right king is because we keep attracting the same men, and we need to do the internal work so that we can stop attracting the same men. So I'm the sister that's going to help you to heal, learn the strategies that it takes to heal so that you can attract the right type of guy. We also on this channel talk about not just relationships. We talk about purpose and destiny. We talk about transformation. We talk about everything that pertains into having a godly lifestyle. So if you love that type of content with a twist of beauty to it, then hey, this is the channel for you. This is the page for you. And thank you guys so much for subscribing, liking, sharing, all of that. I want to start by saying that a lot of times, typically, especially what we be hearing on social media, is that, oh, well, he's not romantic, or like men are not romantic, or I can't find a good man, or whatever have you. And what I have found out is that men are romantic. Girl, tell me why this. Like I'm talking to one of my homegirls, my hair just sticking right up. But men are romantic. Okay. Men are romantic. But you want to know the thing that we are missing as women? Although men are romantic, not every man is going to be romantic with you. I'm going to say that again. Although men are romantic, not every man is going to be romantic with you. I'm going to run it back one more time. Although men are romantic, not every man is going to be romantic with you. Now, I know you probably wondering, like, well, why? Why is he not romantic with me? What's the problem? Am I the problem? Is it something? I'm trying to get this lens to not be so blurry. My bad, y'all. Hold on, bear with me just 1 second, okay? Hang on in there just 1 second. Sometimes it does that, and you have to clean the lens. Hey, Emmy, welcome to today's live. So why is it that we're talking about today how men are very romantic? However, in order for you to see that romantic side of him, first of all, he got to like you. Okay. In order for you to see the romantic side of a man, first of all, he has to like you. All right. We think as women that men are, hey, Laxman, welcome in. Hey, Eli, welcome in. Hey, Emmy, welcome in. We tend to think that, oh, men are not romantic. Men don't do romantic things toward me. Men are not really just giving me that romantic treatment that I like. And the question I would ask you as a woman is, if he's not doing those things, then for one, how did you attract the man that didn't? And for two, do he even like you? Because if a man likes you, a man will do everything and go, hey, Gojo. A man would do everything above and beyond for the woman that he likes. A man would do whatever that woman, even because y'all got to think about it. Men know what women like. Men know exactly what a woman likes. Men know exactly what a woman wants. Men know exactly how women think. Men know exactly how women operate and function. And he can't even bring you flowers to the first date. He can't even bring you, get off my live before I block you. He can't even bring you flowers to the first date. Okay, so that is a sign. That's a bad sign. A man should know exactly what it is that a woman wants, and most men do. I say by the time, y'all, that we get to the age of, by the time we get to the age of like 30, we're starting to really already figure out, or probably have already figured out, how men think, how men move, how men operate. how men act. And likewise, men have already been equipped to know how women think, how women move, how women operate, how women show up. And so if he's not showing up for you, if he's not doing bare minimum, opening up your doors, buying you flowers on the first date, pulling your chair out if you have a chair on the first date, showing up intentional with you, wanting to really get to know you, that man is not really interested in you. Maybe he's interested in a hookup. Maybe he's interested in having a good time. Maybe he's interested in, just trying to, just have somebody to spend time with because he don't have anything better to do. But a man that's interested in having a deep connection with you, a man that's wants to possibly make you his wife, he's ready to settle down, he's ready to go the mile, the extra distance with you. That type of man is going to show up and do the very things that most women say men do not do. And I don't know where we be finding some of these men at. That's another question. Where are you finding these men that don't want to show up romantically for you? Why are the men that you're picking, why are they emotionally unavailable? Are you picking emotionally unavailable men because it's something maybe that you need to work on inwardly? I barely even see anybody saying anything. So you can let them continue because I'm still going to keep going and not be distracted. But thank you, Emmy. You can block him if you want to moderate. But however, as I was stating, I don't want to, what I was saying, because before all of that, I was focused. A man that cannot show up emotionally for you, and you keep picking the man that is emotionally unavailable, that means that you might have something in you, voice that you might try to feel inwardly that is causing you to attract the unemotionally available man, or the man that's not going to want to protect, provide for you, show up for you on each and every level. There is a certain presence that you carry as a woman, a certain power that God has placed in you as a woman. And that power causes men, or should cause men, to automatically want to step up and provide, want to automatically step up and want to protect, automatically want to make him want to do things for you. And he don't even know why he's doing half of these things. But because of who you are, the work you've put in, the healing that you've done inwardly, is causing men that you date or men that you meet to literally want to get deeper involved with you. Listen, that is the way that it works. And if a man is not doing bare minimum, if a man is not trying to bring you peace, lift up loads off your shoulder, and be a man that can add value to you, then you do not need to court him. And you listening to somebody who did it wrong for years. I would get in a relationship with a man that couldn't even really show up for me in really no way, right? It was cute. It was a good time. It was, me not really knowing what to look for. That was a reason for it. Me being broken, me not having standards, me not understanding that God has called me to more. He wanted me to have a godly man that could love me like Christ loved the church. And I wasn't really hip to all of that. I didn't have nobody teaching me what to look for in a man. So I attracted the very things that I didn't even want. And so as I started getting older, got more wiser, started healing, started becoming her and walking in my purpose, that's when I started to have a more awareness and understanding of what I wanted in a man. And now I know after 2 divorces, hey, I went through it. So listen, I understand. After going through 2 divorces, I finally recognized that no, men are supposed to show up for you on each and every level. And don't you settle until a man come around you and add value to you on that level. Don't you settle until you have a man that's coming into your life to be a blessing on each and every level. You're not a burden, you a blessing to him, baby. You're not a burden. He's not trying to have sex with you first before he bless you. because he understands that your presence is enough. He understands that your peace that you bring is enough. He's getting something from you from the moment that you encounter him. And so if you think that you have to have sex to hook a man and get a man to marry you and all that, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Because if you understand your worth as a woman and what you carry as a woman, your power as a woman, as a kingdom woman, then you know that the man that is for you, he's going to cherish and value you from the very start. From the very start. You don't have to ask men for certain things, right? Like helping you out with certain things, giving you money if you need it, showing up for you in different ways, letting you cry on his shoulders. Something as simple as even bringing you flowers on the first date. That's bare minimum. But when your father don't teach you, when you don't have a father figure in your life showing you that, teaching you that, helping you to recognize that, you'll date men that is not worth your time, energy, attention, because you're still looking to fill voids versus positioning yourself as a wife so that your husband can find you. Because if you still got voids that you need to fill, you won't be able to focus on being ready or being in position to be a wife so that you can then attract the husband that you desire. Because those voids will be crying out louder than you. Those voids will be crying out louder. And it'll be much harder to attract the man of your dreams when those voids are not full. Okay. So we got to work on filling those voids, ladies. Let's work on filling those empty spaces where we're looking for men to fill, where we're looking for men to show up, where we're looking for men to do things for us at a certain level. But when you literally look to God for those things first, your voids are full. When you look to God to heal you, he heals you and fills those voids that you've been missing and longing for. And I used to equate sex with love because I had a void that I had. I was trying to fill the void with sex. I was trying to fill the voids with attention from men. I was trying to fill voids with, all of those other things, like looking for love in all the wrong places. But then when God started healing my heart, he started showing me I'm the void filler. When God started healing my perspective, changing my mindset about myself, that's when I could see clearly that God had everything that I needed. So now that God is filling me up, I don't need those voids anymore. And now that I don't need those voids anymore, I'm no longer desperate for a relationship. And now that I'm no longer desperate for a relationship, guess what? Now I can attract the love of my life. That's how it works. And so let's go run this back one time. We got to do the work. We got to heal. We got to start asking God to fill every void so we can attract the type of man that will be vulnerable with us. So we can stop attracting mama's boys who are deeply wounded by their moms. Unavailable men who don't want anything from you but to lay you on your back, but to, have you hurt, brokenhearted, walking around brokenhearted. Don't want to add nothing to your life. Okay? When you heal, by Emmy, when you heal, God literally comes in and God literally fills the voids. And God will also send you the man who doesn't mind pouring into you on every level, who doesn't mind giving you what you need. You're worth the investment to him. You're worth the sacrifice to him. You bring him joy. You're bringing him value. You're bringing him value, sis. And because you have value inside, because you're not an empty woman, because you're not an airheaded woman, you have value to give to him. And when that man is something I found out too, is that man has to be ready. A lot of times we meet men that's just not ready. They're not ready to love. They're not ready to settle down. They're not ready to have a wife and do what it takes to keep a wife, not just get one. So you have to be willing to wait on God until he sends you the man of God that is actually ready to do all the things that that you want, that you've been praying to God for. a love that will stand the test of time, a love that will move forward with you, a love that will continue to pour into you, a love that won't quit on you, a love that won't have you questioning, do he even really like you? A love that won't have you questioning, where are we and what do we have? Because real men that's ready to settle down and do right by you know exactly what they want, know exactly who they want to give they all to. And if he ain't showing up, stating his intentions at the very beginning with you, then you got to let him go. You got to let him go. You got to let him go. If that man is not willing to, show up at the very beginning and say, these are my intentions with you. I want to make you my wife, but first let me make you my friend. But then I want to make you my woman. And then I'm going to propose to you. And then we're going to get married. Then we're going to have sex because we married. So if that man is not showing up for you on that level, if during the courting phase or when y'all start talking or when you get into a relationship with that man, if that man is not telling you, if that man is not bringing you flowers, if he's not mentally stimulating you, then you don't need to be even talking to him. If that man can't open up his pocketbook and literally take out his wallet to bless you, you don't need to be talking to him. Because real men know what it takes and what's required to be with a woman of your caliber. But see, you got to be a kingdom woman that knows her worth and her value and show up and literally add value to this man's life without ever opening your legs. It's you. It's you. You're the prize. He should know what he's got through encountering having one conversation with you. That man should know what you carry and what you got. Just through one conversation with you. And if that man don't know what you got through one conversation, then that man is not a man that you should even be talking to. That man is not a man that you should even be entertaining. That man is not a man that's going to make sure that you good on each and every level. Listen, I'm trying to give you some game. I'm trying to give you some game. We got to stop wasting our time on men that don't mean well. We got to stop wasting our time on men that we got to stop wasting our time on men that don't mean us well, and men that come to waste our time, and men that come to act a fool in our lives and stuff like that. We gotta stop just letting any and everybody come in our face. We got to stop just letting any and everybody entertain us. We got to stop just letting any and everybody have access to us, ladies. We got to stop. That first conversation that you have with him will let you know if that's somebody that you can talk to for the long haul. That first conversation. And it's those conversations and questions that you'll ask him, it's really based off of your morals, your values, what you value in life, what you like, how you believe, how you think, what you want in a man. And then do your research on questions to ask before you get into a courtship with somebody. We can't be so desperate to have a relationship that we're not even asking men the right questions. And it's not that all men are unavailable. It's just the ones that you keep attracting are unavailable. And so that's why I said it's time to do the internal work. Because you mean to tell me no man is emotionally available for you and no man want to show up and be romantic with you? Nah, that's men are romantic. I'm telling you, men are very romantic. Very romantic. Very romantic. But they're only going to show that side of them for the woman that they really want. So if he's not doing it, he don't want you. If he starts and stop, he don't want you. If he can't do the bare minimum, he don't want you. If he can't pull your chair out during a dinner date, buy you flowers, open your door, text you, pour life into you, speak to the queen in you, humbly put you in your place, he don't want you. And you wasting your time. You wasting your time. So that's what I have for you today. Listen, ladies, men are romantic. I don't want you to ever think that they are not. Most men are. But they'll only give that side of them to the woman that they really like. So if he not giving it to you, he don't really like you. He don't really want you. He's not really interested. He might want to waste your time. And he might be there to play games because he ain't got nothing else better to do. But other than that, he don't want you. Because a man will climb Mount Everest for the woman he wants. A man will swim to the deepest part of the sea for the woman that he wants. A man would hurt himself even, break himself even for the woman he wants. But if he don't want you, he's not going to do those things. So I want you to pay attention to the signs. I'm giving you game. I'm giving you the cheat code to the inner parts of the game, of this relationship game. I'm showing you and telling you like the truth. Men, they are romantic. They are. They are. And so take this with you. Take this as you date. Date with intentionality. Date with purpose. Date with intentionality and date with purpose. We can't be asking people what's their favorite color. That's elementary. We can't be asking men what's your favorite. I ain't saying don't ask them their favorite food. That might come up, but it's some questions that is just like, that's not even what I need to be focused on. I'm trying to be in a relationship with somebody that we can grow together and get married. I'm not looking for a situationship or a hookup. So I'm going to present myself in a way that's different. That's different. I'm going to stand out. So I'm not going to have sex with him. I'm going to stand out. So I'm not going to give him the cookie. Now, if I want to have a good time and all of that, not me. But if you want to have a good time and all of that, and you're not looking to become a wife in a man's life, totally understandable. Then you do whatever it is that you do. But this is for wives. This is for kingdom women. This is for the woman who knows, no, I am a wife. And I want a good, godly husband. But there are some sacrifices and some work that has to be done internally so you can attract your husband. Because if not, you know, if you don't do the work, it's not going to happen. So I want you to be encouraged. Your love, your man, your mate, he's out there. He's waiting to find you. But he's looking for the woman that's going to add value. A man of the kind of man you want, he wants an asset and not a liability. He wants a woman that understands her place and how to work her mantle of a wife. He wants a woman that she's not going to dress like a whore, look like a whore, but then say, oh, I'm wife quality, but you showing everything. The man that you want, he don't want that. He's not attracted to that. He's not attracted to that. And that's why for some women, that's why they have not found the one. Because real men, they are not men that are ready to settle down, men that are ready to wife women up, men that have their stuff together. They are in their purpose. They are working. They got a life going for themselves. They doing what they're supposed to do in God's kingdom. That type of man does not want just any kind of woman. He does not. And so I'm not telling you to get prepared for a man. I'm telling you to get in position to be prepared to be a wife, because it's who you are. That's who you are. You are somebody's wife. But it's a mindset. Wife is a mindset. Wife is a spirit. Wife is cultivated in you when you ready to mature and allow it to cultivate. So the men that we say we want, what type of work are we putting in? What type of work are we willing to do to actually attract that type of man? To attract the provider man, to attract the protector, to attract somebody that's not going to play with your mental, to attract somebody that's going to provide for you financially, to attract the type of man that you ain't got to beg for nothing. He already freely giving it to you. You ain't even got to ask. It's because it's the value that you add to him. Men love women for how that woman make him feel. So if you come into a relationship and you're adding value to him, he's going to want that value every day. But he knows in order to continue to have access to this value, he knows that he likewise have to give something up. And that's when men begin to protect and provide and add value back to you. That's when a man literally begins to do the very things that we pray for them to do, because we show up and we add value. We're cheerleaders. That's adding value. See, value is not sex. Value is not sex. Value is not you cooking meals every day for him. Value is not you cleaning up behind him, picking up his dirty drawers. That's not adding value. Value is not, you there for him hand and foot. Whatever he asks you for, you give. That's not value. That's not adding value. Adding value looks like you bringing peace into his life. Adding value looks like you encouraging him, you building him up, you speaking to the king in him. You, any area where you see that he's weak, build it up. That's adding value. Adding value to a man looks like you listening when he speaks, not talking, cutting him off. That's adding value. I know it sounds very elementary, but these things is what men look for. Good, high value, good quality men look for these traits in women and good women. The man that you want, he needs you to have these qualities. And so it's not complicated, but we have been taught to complicate things because we want fairy tale. And as women, we've been caught up into the fairy tale theory for so long that we haven't allowed ourselves to undo those thinking, those patterns, those behaviors. And we showing up in relationships trying to give men sex to hook them, not understanding that doesn't hook a man, because sex, he can find that in any woman on the street. He can find that in any woman on the corner. He can find that in any woman. He can go get sex from anywhere, but he cannot find value. He cannot find the Proverbs 31 woman anywhere. He cannot find a Proverbs 31 woman on the street corner. He cannot find a virtuous woman half naked on social media. Let's be real. He can't find a virtuous woman on Facebook twerking. He can't find a virtuous woman on social media, just anywhere on social. We are on social media, clearly. But what I'm saying is that your price is far beyond rubies, sis. So you are rare. And a good man that is of high value, that is of good quality, good stock, a kingdom godly man, he's looking for a wife that can add value to him. What can you bring to his life to add value to his life other than your looks, other than your sex, your body, other than good cooking skills? See, his mom cooked for him. His mother picked up his clothes. His mother, she probably encouraged him too and did all of those things. But that's not what a man is looking for in a wife necessarily. He might want you to do those things, but that's not what makes you valuable to him. And we have been taught wrong as women to think that that's what I got to do. Because if I don't cook for him, if I don't show him what I got, if I don't show him early on what I'm made of, if I don't get him the cookie, if I don't do all of this, he not going to want me, not realizing that that's not even what make a man value you as a woman. But when you come into that man's life, adding peace, you come into that man's life, building him up, supporting his vision, supporting his dreams. That's value. You come into a man's life and you're so full of joy and love. So you're not trying to take because you don't have that energy. You have the energy of a queen. So while you're not taking, you still understand that as a queen, I'm here to not take, but I'm here to receive from him. I understand that polarity matters, meaning that as a queen, I receive from a king, but that king is going to give to me. You got to understand that as a woman. You got to understand that as a woman. You do. You do. You got to trust that your nurturing, your kindness, that's adding value to him. That's what men look for in a wife. A good quality man, a high value man, that's what he looks for. He don't want to hear you talk back and have a whole lot of mouth on you. Quality, high value, good quality men, they want a submissive woman. They want a woman that, not that they can push over or run over, but they want a woman that still knows how to submit and let him have the final say. But a lot of times we're so controlling as women. We're so dominating or domineering as women at times that we don't know how to fall back and let the man take the lead, because we've been in strong households where women have ran those strong households for a long time. And because of that, we have not yet built up enough momentum in us to not have that independent spirit. So the prayer is, God, take that total independent woman spirit out of me, strong Black woman, strong white woman, strong Caucasian woman, take that out of me. Because if I'm going to be a good, godly, healthy wife, I need to learn how to sit back and let my husband take the lead. I need to learn how to fall back and not have control over everything. I need to let him do the majority of the heavy lifting. And he need me to help him with something, then I'm right here. But until then, I'm not trying to do the work. I'm going to let this man take the lead, do what he needs to do. I'm going to give him a list of things that I need so that he can continue walking in his masculinity, feeling like superhero, feeling like he saved the day, contributing to every area of my life. That's what good, strong men do. That's what good quality men do. They want to add value. Them adding value to you through providing, protecting, and doing all of that for you, you know what it does for them? Make them feel like a superhero. Makes them feel powerful. Makes them feel like a man. That gives them a boost in who they are. And as a result, they continue to work for the woman. That's the way God set it up. So while we trying to show and work and prove to a man that we, all the things he want, all the things he need, all the things he desire, you actually supposed to be, you walking in your masculine, because you actually supposed to be receiving and putting requests out for him to do it. You supposed to be in receiving mode as a queen. And it can be hard if you like me, then being independent and being a woman that just, you know what I'm saying, like to do things for herself and was raised in a household with a strong Black woman. Listen, having a man to help me with things, it's a challenge. But because I understand that that's what good men are supposed to do, you know what I do? Ask for my man to do certain things for me. Ask for my man to come and save the day. Ask for my man to literally do things. Oh, babe, I don't know how to figure this out, babe. Can you please help me to figure this out, babe? Babe, I need you to solve this for me. I can't even reach the top shelf. That's what good quality men need in a woman. That's what they need. A woman that can give him a challenge and a task. And you watch and see, if you give that man a challenge and a task, if he can't complete stuff for you, what is you doing with men that can't help you? Now, what are you doing with a man that don't want to provide for you, sis? What are you doing with a man that's emotionally unavailable? Men know that we are emotional, so they have to open themselves up to make room for us. God created them that way. God made men to want to do for us. He made men first. He made men first for a very good reason. They supposed to carry more than we do. We're not supposed to carry all that we do as women. It's just that the world is fallen that we live in. So everything was thrown off. But through the sacrifice of Jesus Christ, guess what can happen now? Everything can be put back into its proper original place in our lives. But we have to heal and become a new person so we can attract the right person into our lives. And so if this message blessed you, and I pray that it did, want you guys to please do me a favor and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notifications bell so every time I go live, y'all will know that Josie is live. On this channel, once again, we deal with transformation on every level in your relationship, in your business, in your health, in your fitness. We deal with all things that pertain to us having a better and healthier lifestyle, okay? And it's all from a kingdom perspective. So if you love information and content that's surrounding around leveling up and stepping into your purpose, then this is the perfect channel for you, because I'm going to give you some tools and nuggets and strategies that's going to help you on each and every one of the levels that I mentioned. And that's what I have for y'all good people today. Like this video so it can go through the algorithm and build up the channel for me. I would appreciate you guys so much if you could just give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notifications bell. So when I go live, y'all will know that Josie is live. So I love you guys. And I will see you guys on the next live. Y'all have a wonderful, fantastic day.